So today, we're going to have a look at 5 of the most brutal fights in Invincible comics that we are going to see in the future. Let's start with Oliver vs. Mauler twins. Invincible's younger brother Oliver was new to superheroics and was eager to prove himself, so the rapidly aging little brother to Invincible set out to fight the cloned supervillains in order to prove himself, and he certainly proved something. Not fully understanding his own strength, Oliver burst through one of the Mauler twins in a gory display of his own power. Seeing his clone's remains splattered everywhere, the Mauler twin relinquished, but that wasn't enough for Oliver, who punched straight through the surviving clone's head. What proved worst of all is that Oliver was not even remorseful of his actions, and he reduced their death to a cold utilitarian calculation in discussion with his brother afterwards. Seeing an innocent child turned into a cold-hearted murderer in the span of moments proved to be one of the comic's most chilling moments. Invincible vs. Conquest. One of the craziest battles in Invincible is the first clash between Invincible and the Viltrumite known as Conquest. Desperate to avoid a repeat of his fight against his father and keep Earth safe, Invincible faces off against Conquest as soon as he arrives on Earth. The battle nearly killed Invincible and Atom Eve, but Eve managed to heal herself and Invincible, and with her awakened powers, she vaporized half of Conquest's body. And yet, this wasn't even Conquest's most violent clash with Invincible. It was their rematch that takes the cake, with Invincible getting considerably stronger and evenly matched enough to face Conquest alone this time. Instead of exchanging blows directly with Conquest, Invincible used his wits to time a grapple with Conquest just after the villain exhaled his breath. Invincible strangled Conquest, and Conquest tore out Invincible's guts while struggling. As the two crashed down to a planet, they were neck and neck on death's door. And when Invincible emerged victorious, that win came at the cost of weeks of recovery, where he very nearly could have died. Thragg vs. Battle Beast. This fight is an epic clash between two of the strongest characters in Invincible, and I can't wait to see this get animated. So, many of the comic's most brutal battles involve the main villain, Grand Regent Thragg. As the leader of the Viltrumites, he quickly established himself as one of the strongest beings in existence, as he decimated Oliver with a single punch and split Omni-Man nearly in half on no less than 2 different occasions. In fact, it's his reputation for being so outrageously strong that attracts perhaps his greatest opponent, who is none other than Battle Beast. So, thirsty for a legendary death at the hands of a worthy foe, Battle Beast sought out Thragg specifically for the purpose of a duel to the death. Thragg disposed of Battle Beast with a single punch in their first clash, and Battle Beast never had a chance to retaliate. But he makes up for it in spades as the two engage in their second battle that spans several days, and while fighting, they decimated entire cities. Notably, the days-long battle only started after both combatants were disemboweled. Battle Beast could have had the upper hand with Thragg's injuries, but he gutted himself just to ensure an even fight between them. Fans of Invincible series are gonna go crazy when they will see this fight getting animated. Thragg's children versus everybody. So just like Omni-Man, Thragg also decided to have children with Thraxan women, but instead of having 1 or 2 babies, Thragg has thousands of babies and makes his own Viltrumite empire. Invincible's battle against Thragg's children end up being a particular gut punch because of the mindset and age of the combatants. Just like Oliver, who is Invincible's half-brother, the army Thragg raises are hybrids of Viltrumite DNA and Thraxan species who rapidly mature several times faster than most other life forms. After being brainwashed by Thragg to desperately seek his approval and give their lives for him in battle, he finally unleashes them against Invincible, Omni-Man, Atom Eve, Space Racer, and Alan the Alien. The children are considerably weaker than fully matured full-blooded Viltrumites, and that becomes quickly apparent as they literally explode on impact against Invincible and his father. But their sheer numbers prove to be what makes them truly devastating, and the result is a shower of guts as the alien army sacrifices wave after wave of their own numbers to drown the heroes in sheer exhaustion. Invincible versus Thragg. With Thragg suffering the loss of his home world and Invincible suffering the loss of his father and countless other lives at Thragg's hands, the emotional battle proved every bit as fraught with meaning and significance as it was with raw power and violence. Such a climactic fight needs an epic setting, and these two dueled on the sun itself. Though their fight started in the coldness of space, Invincible steadily steered the fight into the fiery corona of the nearby star. Much as he used his wits to gain the upper hand in his battle with Conquest, he used them again against the even stronger Thragg. With the aid of his ally robot to protect him from the searing temperatures, the two Viltrumites duked it out even as their clothes and skin burned off, along with their communication devices. Unable to hear each other, they continued to fight, and though the Amazon series is quite a ways away from adapting the final arc of the comic, fans can be sure the series will go out with a flash that burns every bit as bright. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for part 2 of this video.